Welcome to Living Magically. This is Michelle Orwick, your host, and it is a magical Monday. You are really seeing some big energetic shifts this week. We are deep in Aquarius season, and this is the week of the Aquarius new moon, and it's a doozy. We actually have a big energy happening here on Monday. You may be watching this as a hashtag replay. However, I do want to say that you'll still be affected by this transit, which is that right now we're moving into Mercury, which is direct, just like every other planet right now. And it is Mercury in Aquarius. And so one of the things that's I've heard over and over again over the last couple of weeks is lack of clarity. Even some tower moments where people have had maybe some plans for the new year or where they were expecting this year to go, and everything shifted on them. That even happened to me this year with some shock and some unexpected things shaping my January. So now we have this forward motion retrograde actually causing a beginning, not complete clarity yet. I believe it's going to really unravel through this week and into next week. We are now in so many planets moving into Aquarius now. And Aquarius is all about expansion. Aquarius is all about even radical expansion. And so we're in Aquarius season, and we have a super new moon in Aquarius coming up on Friday. And it's late in the day. It's 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you might not really feel it until Saturday. But this is that last bit of going inward. We just had the Imbolc week, which is the halfway mark between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. So you are getting closer to summer. You are getting more sun every day. You are planting seeds. You're getting clarity. And so while it is still a dark moon for the next few days, this is a perfect time to be looking at your new beginnings. Any last burn it down, let it go, release. It's a great week for that. Letting go of, a lot of times it's what we thought we should be. A lot of times it's who we wanted to be, maybe by a certain time. There's a lot of identity work here that's on the table because Aquarius isn't going away. We have this really big energy for the next 20 years where Aquarius is going to take a major role in the forming of our emotions, our social world, our outside world, our governments, our world order. So this is like a really big new beginning. It's a super moon, and it is really about this idea of who have you been preparing for all this time. It's really an opportunity to be a new version of you. And if you've been working for a long time on generating a new persona or creating something really big, and it's that full on stepping into the identity of your plans, your dreams, moving from mind to action over the next couple of months. And we're still in mind. Aquarian rules like thought, new thought. And so you're sort of before Friday and even on Friday, cleansing, clearing, and letting go of the old identity, the shoulda, woulda, couldas, and the idea of who you thought you should be, who you wanted to be, and maybe who you identified with. And sometimes that includes letting go of of people that are no longer resonating for you. And sometimes that in-between time can be lonely, because you're no longer who you were, and you're no longer resonating with people, and you're not quite at the place where the things that you're calling in that support that next layer and version of you are 100% solidified. But you should see the seeds. You should see the beginning. There should be some hope. I don't like the word should. You might get some hope coming in. It's a very hopeful time. And so letting go of that shoulda, woulda, coulda, the old identity, that's what we're getting called to here. And then there's the communication aspect of Mercury being the communicator, actually letting everyone else in the world know who you are and who you're becoming and what you're doing. So it's that time. We have no planets in retrograde. Hallelujah. It's like a miracle. We're really in that be, think, do, share. So your communications should be better than normal. Your ability to communicate your wants, your needs, your dreams, your desires, and even boundaries and standards and policies. I'm not a huge fan of the word boundaries, because I think that that's putting up a wall, but I am a fan of standards. Like, you don't call Target at 4 o'clock in the morning. You call them during their business hours. That's a policy or a standard. So setting up these communications of what other people should expect. That's going to be a theme here. We're also going into the Lunar New Year. So always with this new moon in Aquarius is where the lunar and a lot of the Asian cultures celebrate New Year. So theirs is based on the new moon instead of a calendar like the 1st of January. So a lot of people will really see this as an actual New Year. Now there's one more coming. A lot of people see the beginning of Aries season as the astrological New Year. So there's still one more opportunity to really claim this year as a new beginning, but we should be more into the energy. We're now in an 8-year, and that is abundance, prosperity, karma, change, infinity, giving and receiving. What you put out will be what you get back, and what you've put out for a long time will be what you get back. So it's time to maybe repay some debts and clean up your energy leaks, and it's time for those acts of paying it forward without expectation to be put out, because then you're putting in what you want instead of what you don't want into the world. It's not a really good time for doubt or punishment or telling yourself you can't. It's a really good time to lean into trust, to lean into faith, to lean into your divine timing. Because what's really happening with this is the time you've been waiting for. Maybe it's never happened because it wasn't meant to happen until now. And that's what we're seeing with this karmic energy is now is the time. And what you've been preparing for is actually on the table. I remember a friend of mine, one of my favorite astrologers, Jason the astrologer, back in 2017 and 18 was saying, hold out for 2024. That's when your magic star is coming in, Michelle. And I thought to myself, oh, I don't want to wait that long. I don't want to be, I don't want to be that person, right? I want to be now. I want everything now. And as I kept moving and growing and learning, it is all here now. And it's exactly when it's supposed to be. So lean into that place in your heart, lean into, oh, wow, lean into that place where everything is a celebration. It is a new beginning. So the way they do it is the very first full day of a lunar calendar. So it won't be Friday, it's actually Saturday and even Sunday, because it's a 3-day celebration. So the first 3 days of a new moon is where you put and write and set an intention. And I mean, dream big, dream humongous. Be in the energy of, this is what I'm calling in, this is what I'm manifesting, this is what I'm creating, this is what I'm doing, and this is who I'm being. And be in the vibration of acting as if. I do believe this is one of the most potent manifesting times of the entire year. It's a sweet spot from this Saturday, well, Friday, Saturday, all the way until the end of March. So you have this window. It's really, I would say, if I looked at all of the new moons this year, this is the most potent intention setting, clarity setting, start a new habit, start a new hobby, start a new eating plan, start a new exercise plan, market, do whatever it is you're going to do. This is it. This is that absolute wonderful 2 weeks with no planets in retrograde. It's the year of the wood dragon, and I'm being visited in my dreams right now by Kuan Yin. And I don't know how many of you know about Kuan Yin, but Kuan Yin is a goddess of compassion. But what's interesting is she is also, when she is in her animal form, she becomes a dragon. So even though she is love and heart-centered and deepest compassion, she is also fierce and powerful and embodied. So she's embodied compassion from a place of fierce fire, doing, being, and embracing. She has wings. She has fire, even though she is, love and forgiveness and acceptance and compassion. So how does that Kuan Yin energy affect you right now? How can you be more heart-based? How can you be more compassionate, more accepting, more forgiving? The past is in the past, and you're in this new generous present tense, present future, in the experience of becoming, being, embodying, and boldly going into a place that has never been done, as we're creating new earth, as we're creating new thought. And the Aquarian age is actually coming online. We're not just thinking about the Aquarian age, we're creating the age of Aquarius. How does that role for you come into play? So with the energy of wood in the Asian world in feng shui, you're talking about solidness, you're talking about foundations, you're talking about trees that are grounded deeply into the earth and yet expansive with its big, limbs to the sky, and it's balanced. What is above and what is below is in equal measure. So as above, so below, so within. Just kind of like that center point of the 8. If your heart is the 8, shh, 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 shh. I am at my mother's and her dogs are just playing happily and joyfully, and they're just having a good old time. And that is what I'm asking for this celebration. From that place of celebration, from that place of being with each other and just having and creating and playing what is possible, what can be. How are we just here in the day, in the moment, in the experience? This is what is coming forth right now. And because it is such a humongous and amazing time, I have a few in-person offerings in Orlando coming up. We're going to be doing a oils temple on the 22nd, me and Patrick are going to have a amazing opportunity to do some sound healing and Egyptian oils. And that is coming up just here on the 22nd in Orlando, Florida at the Center Place for the Heart in Altamont Springs. And I'm also getting together with my dear friend Leona and my friend Missy, and we're having an in-person amazing one-day embodiment retreat, spring retreat on March 9th. So if you're looking for something in person to embody some of these energies that are happening right now, I want to invite you to come. They're both really affordable. If you want the special discount, April 14th is our early bird special discount for the spring retreat. The last one we had in January was amazing, and we have some extra things like a static dance, and we'll have art, and we'll have physical embodiment and sound healing, and of course always the Egyptian oils. So those are some of my in-person opportunities. And if you need some help aligning with the light and aligning with your manifestations, I do have one VIP day left for February and one left for March. And I only have 2 slots for coaching right now available. So if you want to get into some one-on-one coaching, please let me know. We do have 2 people that are going to have an opportunity to deep dive right now and get some real clarity, truth, and expansion. And those are the themes. Like if I were to break down what is happening right now, clarity, truth, expansion. So it's clarity on this truth and divine timing. And then it is this opportunity to expand and be, and it is also this opportunity to manifest. So clarity, manifestation, deep diving into this really potent time of 2024. One of the best times is right now. And yes, I know a lot of people have been sick. I know a lot of people have been going through what I call the ascension flu, and it's time to get some really clean habits. Drink lots of water, eat good, healthy, nourishing food, get lots of really good sleep, and most importantly, take these next couple days before the new moon to release and let go of negative thoughts, doubts, resentments, any last bits of anger. And from Friday evening all the way into the weekend and through that first 3 days of this new moon, be in positive thought, be in the energy of generous present future, where you're actually embodying the version that you're becoming as if it is already here. There is an absolute need for embodiment right now. That heart is expanding, and therefore we're living the reality, even if we have to do some leaning into faith because we can't see all of the details. The feeling needs to be there of living in the frequency, the vibration, the expression of this is my truth and this is my divine timing. And I'm grateful and I am happy and I am compassionate. I'm compassionate with myself. I'm compassionate with others. I'm in expansion, and we can't change and also stay the same. So if you want something, if you're manifesting something, the old version of you must be released. You can't be exactly the same and do it exactly the same way and get what you want and get to be different and have everything be expanded and different. So there's sometimes a little discomfort. That's why they call it growing pains. So there might be some little bit of liminal in between where you're not quite all the way in and you're no longer the old version of you. And that's good. That's an exciting piece. If you are no longer recognizing yourself and you're no longer connecting sometimes with the lower vibrational people in your world and things are falling away, just keep going. Keep setting intentions for aligning with your light and aligning with your desire and your purpose and acting from a place of gratitude and expectation, because this is how it's going to anchor in your body, in your day-to-day experience, and in your life. So it's the perfect time to create these patterns. It's the perfect time to get a little bit of discomfort, to maybe put some, I don't love the word discipline, but it applies here, where you might be devoting yourself to a practice, maybe more meditation or doing more digging work, theta healing work, maybe embodying your Reiki practice deeper, whatever it is you do, that there is a little bit of discomfort. Maybe it's time to put yourself out there and make some offers and tell people what you're doing. There's a discomfort in doing something different, and yet one baby step forward and just doing the discipline, doing the devotional work of taking one step at a time until it's just a habit, until it's just already there. And you're doing it in a place where you're devoted to your body as a temple. You're devoted to your home as a temple. You're devoted to your soul as an indwelling spirit of your embodiment of what you came here to do. And I know that's a big, tall order, but that is the year of the dragon. Dragon energy is a powerful force. We only get it once every 12 years, and we go through the elements as well. So it takes a really long time. You may not have even seen a year of the wood dragon ever before. So I'm working with elements like malachite. I'm working with some things like getting outside into nature, working with wood, working with trees, working with fire, and working, of course, with the element of earth and the element of the soul of the dragon. And how do those ley lines energetically connect? How does that spirit energy actually connect in me, in my body, in my future? And I really feel my dragons have literally come out this week. I've been walking the land every single day. I'm in Ohio for one more day, and I've been walking this beautiful piece of land, and I can feel the awakening coming. I can feel the dragons in planet Earth ready to awaken. So connect with that, connect with your soul's essence, and connect with exactly what you're aligned to bring into 2024 and beyond, because we've been waiting for this, my friends, and the time is here, and it is a very cosmic appointment, a divine appointment. We've been waiting for this, and we promised to come here for this. Don't forget, you signed up for this. You probably waited in a line and said, yes, I want to be here for the ascension of, new earth. And it's kind of like becoming a missionary. You didn't necessarily want to be working with, in the conditions that missionary work has to offer. If you're going to, work in Africa, or you're going to work in South America, or anywhere there's conditions that you have to go to, you want to help but it's not always like a cakewalk. It's not luxury. So in a way, think of this as we're going through our mission, and how do I find joy in my expansion? How do I move past the discomfort in my heart, in my old stubborn way of being? And I'm a Taurus, so I'm stubborn, and I really like things the way they've always been sometimes. And yet, this is the call to change, and the call to grow, and the call to expand. So you're in that clarity, then you're in that compassion, and then you're in the expansion. So with all of that, go have a beautiful week and an amazing New Year. So happy Lunar New Year, the year of the wood dragon. Enjoy this weekend. You've got some powerful energy from Friday night at 6 p.m. on Eastern Standard Time all the way through the following 3 days. And with that, I will see you next Monday to be more embodied into that new lunar year. And have a magical week.